Supergirl is in production. So, man, I hope the Superman movie does well.
Oh dear God,
Jesus! If the Superman one like fails, the Supergirl she's doomed.
Yes.
So, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, based on the Tom King comic book series.
I'm out.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly.
I think Millie Alcock, not Alcock, is a good choice for Supergirl. I do, from House of the Dragon. David Krumholtz, who was recently part of the all-star cast of Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, and British actress Amelia Beecham have joined the spacefaring cast of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, with Greg Gillespie as director for Warner Brothers, blah, 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 blah. The feature, which began shooting this week in DC's UK production hub of Leavesden?
Where?
Leavesden? Yeah. Is inspired by the Tom King and, how do you say this name?
Bilky
Evely comic book miniseries, and stars House of the Dragon's Millie Alcock playing Kara Zor-El, the cousin of Superman. It's unclear how faithful the script by Anna, whoever, is to the comic. Hopefully not at all. But, we can only hope. Which eschewed the traditional good versus bad tropes and instead was, of course, it's Tom King, was a cosmic character piece spanning many worlds and alien cultures. The Eisner-nominated 2021 story was told from the perspective of a young alien girl named Ruthie. Is that Ruthie? I'm guessing. Who enlists the aid of Supergirl is a quest of revenge against Clem of Yellow Hills, the man who killed her father. So True Grit. Eve Ridley is on the call sheet as Ruthie, while Matthias, oh man, all these names, is Clem. Matthias, thank you. Matthias, how do you say that last name though?
Schoenarts.
There you go. Thank you. Well, you went to school. Okay. Quit showing off. Jason Momoa is due to cameo as the bounty hunter Lobo. Krumholtz and Beecham will play Supergirl's parents. The project was the first features developed by DC Studios, headed by James Gunn and Peter Safran. The duo unveiled as part of the initial slate. Alcock was picked as Supergirl almost a year ago and will first appear in James Gunn's Superman movie. So there's another character that's going to be in there. Great. Supergirl gets underway this winter and will shoot in the UK. So I'm guessing the script was done. That was part of the parameters of that. Yeah. Well, I'm just, I don't think this is probably the best of moves. What if Superman doesn't do very well? What do you think happens to the Supergirl movie?
The person who's Anna, whatever she's called, I've just looked her IMDb. She has 0 writing credits at all. She's just been an actress in some stuff.
Okay, maybe she's really good and she's been kept down by the system.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, all right. Now that we've fucked about,
if Superman flops, this goes straight to HBO.
HBO Max.
Dude, this I swear to, okay, right. If Superman flops, this film, this movie will struggle to hit 200 million. I'm not even fucking. That would be my prediction. If Superman flops, gets 500 mil, 600 mil, which would be a flop. This doesn't hit. This hits 2 max, probably 150.
I think and you're right. I think what's likely to happen is Superman's going to do pretty good. Pretty good. That's my prediction. But I don't know if it'll make $1 billion. If it makes $1 billion, everything's fine.
I don't think it's going to make $1 billion.
But it depends on obviously the budget and stuff. But I'm happy they're starting with Superman. I wish it was just a Superman movie, like we've said before, and not filled with a bunch of characters and launching a universe. Maybe you just and James Gunn has promised that that's not the case. That all those characters that we see in it aren't going to be in it very long. So we'll find out then. I'm interested. I can't say I'm super excited.
They managed to throw every fucking one of them in the trailer.
They did.
What did we have in a trailer? We had Hawkgirl, we had Guy Gardner, we had Maxwell Lord, we had Mr. Terrific. We had, obviously Lex Luthor's fine, and the rest of the cast of the Daily Planet is fine.
Metamorpho, yeah.
Yeah, Metamorpho was in there as well. So there is a lot. And they were thrown into that they were thrown into that trailer big time. So if that's the case, then you're certainly marketing it in an odd way.
MauLer, are you excited for Superman? Are you mildly interested, or could you not care less?
It does feel a little like it's more of an observing thing that as more time goes on. I think it'll be dependent on this next trailer that comes out. See what it's looking like, because as we discussed, I wasn't too taken with the first one. And I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time. I don't consider James Gunn a guarantee of anything, really. And I'm increasingly less fond of him as time goes on, just as a sort of, let's call them a media advocate of any kind. Like, just the fact that you can't trust a single thing he ever says kind of sucks. But yeah, I don't know, the nature of a super oh, this could go really bad.
It could. I think with the super, I'm like not interested. I like Supergirl as a character. I've always liked Supergirl. Really don't like Tom King and his stain on anything. I think that was a big red flag when we saw James Gunn's writing room. We saw I'm forgetting her name, the one who wrote Birds of Prey, and then Tom
Christina
King.
Hodgson.
Yeah, and it's like, what are you doing?
She apart from Bumblebee, which I thought was a decent film, everything she's done has been fucking garbage. She wrote The Flash.
Oh, that's right.
And Birds of Prey, and now she's on fucking James Gunn's writing team
with Tom King, who some horrible things must have happened to as a child.
I don't care.
And was a CIA recruiter. Fit right in. I think he fits right in. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll find out. This is a big year. This is a big year for the future of the superhero film, and I think all of it rests on Superman and Fantastic Four.
I want Superman to do well because I love Superman.
I do too.
There's very few characters when they translate into film that can give me chills when I'm watching him do something super heroic. And I get that every time I see Superman, whether it's, of course, Christopher Reeve, or going back to George Reeves, him busting through a wall and sticking his chest against a buzzsaw. I mean, I just love that stuff. And I really want this to be good. But I'm cautiously optimistic. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, and that's not a good thing.
I think there's a better chance of this being good, Superman being good than FF. I just the people behind it, the character.
Yeah,
I think it has a better chance of being good.
The FF, I did see those pictures of the Thing in his costume and stuff, and he looks freaking great.
Look good.
He looks like a Jack Kirby thing.
Wait till you see Galactus. Apparently, they they pulled it off. Like, it's a practical costume. It's a dude in a costume. And it's I was told it looks Kirby, a mix of Kirby and a little bit of Giger. So, but if so we'll see. I hope he's fucking purple. You should have no fucks to give when you're making a comic book movie. Maybe a dark purple is fine.
I'll probably do that.
Not a Snyder color though, which is barely a color.
We're just in the era now where it's like they're finally embracing a lot of the original designs, but they'll still tweak them a little bit to avoid being too goofy, I'm sure is how they feel.
You know what's strange is we brought it up before, but Superman has done really well on television. Like, there's been multiple Superman TV series that have done fairly well. Graham, he's old as fuck like me, and so he remembers the George Reeves Superman, which that was all in heavy rotation. It would be George Reeves and an Adam West Batman for me in the morning.
Yep.
And I watched it every effing day. But that's what we grew up on. And there was even a Superboy TV series that I watched. Of course, there's, Lois and Clark. They've all been pretty good. Even that CW that managed to pull off a decent Superman. But man, they've had a hard time in the movies. Superman Returns, which I do not like, has a good scene. Has a great scene of him with the airplane. That's the kind of stuff Superman should be doing all the time.
And when he got shot in the eye as well. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too. So there was cool moments.
Yeah.
But, they just can't put a whole damn movie together. Sorry, MauLer. There's cool moments in Man of Steel. There's some cool moments in it. But they just have a hard time. And I think it's a lot of Hollywood just doesn't believe in Superman. They just don't believe in a character like that. They can't really get their heads around a real hero who, that my favorite part of the trailer was when he saves the little girl. That's what Superman should be doing for 2 hours, is saving people and doing like impossible things. And maybe the culmination is some in the second or third movie fighting some big bad where they're just beating the shit out of each other. Like Superman the movie, he was just taking on Lex, stopping nuclear bombs and saving Lois and not saving Lois and turning the world back, turning time backwards. But good shit. Good shit. And then they had him fight the Kryptonians in the second one. The Donner cut is far superior.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.